Hey everybody, Joel D in the place to be. This is your 21 Next, the official version. The other version, which was for April Fools, playing the Roblox game, talking about the box demon. If you have the time, go through that. I would fast forward to the Dandy's World part, much more entertaining, but you can sort of see what that is all about. But this is the newscast we're going to tell you about. We're going to start with this. A woman rescued from a wreck in Johnstone. It was actually a fire. So they go in and they're looking all around. They have the body cam video and they're like, where are you? Where are you? She's calling out, I'm over here. Thing is that she can't walk. So she is stuck in her house as it's burning. So they're talking to her. They're finding out where she is. She says the fire is over there. They have to literally pick her up to get her out. This was very dangerous and shows you how amazing some of these first responders are. So they've ripped down that sort of curtain just to get to her. She says, I'm over here. But once again, she's immobile. She can't get up on her own. She says the fire is over there. They check it out. They eventually pick her up and help her get out to the backyard to safety. She was taken to the hospital for some treatment, probably from smoke inhalation issues, but thank goodness to those first responders in Johnstown. Tiny homes, we've talked about those before, and a new community is trying to sprout up to join some other ones in town. Now, part of this is for the homeless community. Part of this is for veterans who want to be with each other and really get the help that they need. Now, this particular community we're talking about is called Eden Village, 32 tiny homes, estimated cost $3.5 to $4 million. So far, we did talk to the secretary of the board for Eden Village, saying that different local organizations are helping the homeless with food and clothing, but they're not solving the permanent housing issue. They think this would do it. So there would be some rent here. So there's some accountability, and it's a step towards, maybe a different kind of existence in a bigger home in a different place. But $350, that includes utilities. So it's reasonable for some people who just need a little bit of help to get them back on their feet to get, the next job and the next place where they can live. So that's the idea here. It does have some hurdles left. We'll see how things go. But Harrisburg looking at more tiny homes to try to help the homeless population and get them on the right track. In CD, Linglestown Middle School, a teacher has been cited for harassment after allegedly kicking a student. This was a nonverbal student, so a person that had some special needs. According to the citation, 27-year-old Miracle Stokes kicked the 12-year-old several times after apparently the kid, this was January 17th, attempted to kick the instructor. So the statement was sent out confirming the district did put Stokes on or dismissed her immediately after finding out about the incident. So disturbing description there. There will be an investigation, I'm sure, but saying that they did put her on leave afterwards, I think is what we're seeing there. Once again, so tough situation there. We'll get more details, let you know what's going on in the Central District, the CD school district. What's the longest you've gone without going to the bathroom? Think to yourself, sometimes, you sit through a movie, you really got to go, but, you don't. How about 27 hours? And you're not even sleeping during that part of that time. This is the miracle man right here, Senator Cory Booker from New Jersey. Record-breaking speech because of how long he's talking on the Senate floor. But I also wonder, how long can the human body go without going to the bathroom? I'm not making light of this really too much. The reason for this speech, let's get into it. His constituents said, we want you to do something. So what can you do when you're not in control? So, the Republicans have the White House with Donald Trump. They have the Senate. They have the House of Representatives. So Cory Booker, hearing from his people, do something, is slowing down the works, kind of jamming up the works. Nothing else can happen in the Senate right now, passing more bills, doing more things until he is done making his speech. And normally when you filibuster, it's when you have a specific bill in mind that you're speaking against or for, and you're bringing up new information. This time, he's kind of just going for it, and everything that he and his fellow Democrats don't like about what's happening right now with the Trump administration, the DOJ, the cuts, some of the big moves, the tariffs that start tomorrow. He's talking about all of that. And sometimes he's reading. He had them remove his chair from the chamber so he wouldn't be tempted to go sit down. Think about that. And you're not allowed to go to the bathroom in this scenario. You can't just leave it. So it's a break. So there's no breaks when it comes to this. You can have questions asked to you that will rest your throat for a little bit. You'd think talking that much, you would need a drink of water. I almost need one now. But you don't want to drink too much water because then you have to go to the bathroom. But Cory Booker set the record in the Senate for the longest filibuster, longest speech. Last check, still ongoing. He started at 7 p.m. yesterday. We will see how long he goes. He's trying to make a point. He's making that point. The point of weather is to find out what's going on here in April. We had a couple warm days over the weekend. Meteorologist Tom Russell, fresh from the bathroom, is now ready to tell us about that.
As an older man now, I'm not believing that he went that whole time without going to the bathroom. I think he had some assistance. I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, you're saying he didn't leave to go to the bathroom, is what you're basically saying.
Correct. That is correct.
Because we have that documented. He did not leave and go to the bathroom. But correct. You're saying there are some ways to relieve yourself without leaving the premises.
So I've heard. Yes. Yeah. That's what I would say.
Okay. Weather again. How about that?
Weather-wise, it's a cold night, Joe D. We're down to the freezing mark. This is why, and you're sick of hearing me say it, but you can't plant this early because you're down to the freezing mark. Yeah. Cold stuff. So you can see here another chilly day tomorrow. Then we'll warm it up as we get into Thursday. But it looks pretty bleak, pretty gloomy Thursday through the weekend.
Yeah, like I said before, I imagine you. Let's bring us up full on this. It's okay. Tom tells you this all the time. Don't plant too early. Wait till Mother's Day to be sure. Right. But I could imagine he's not gonna yell at you and say, "I told you so." He's just gonna stand there at your front porch with your dead plants next to there and just look at you and go, "I'm disappointed in you.
I'm disappointed in you.
I'm just really disappointed in you. Me and Mother Nature tried to help you out, and now this tender vegetation is no longer alive.
Precious vegetation.
I want you to think about what you've done, and then just walk away."
Well, that would just cut you to the heart, wouldn't it?
Were you good with your kids at guilt trips?
I tried. It didn't always work, but definitely tried, Joel D. So was I good at it? I don't know if I'm good at it, but
my mother was unbelievable.
Oh, moms are the best at that.
Oh my gosh. I would be like, "Can you just punish me? Can you just hit me? Yeah. Can you do something else?"
I'd rather you spank me than be disappointed in me.
And it'd be discussion. It'd be like an hour's worth of this discussion, which would inevitably end with just like, "I just don't know why you don't love me." And it would just go to that. And I was like, I know. Just,
yeah. That is so true. Moms have a special place like that.
Yeah. The punishment was the time put in by that and the guilt trip rather than the actual punishment. Wow. Flashback. So long story short, don't play it now or the guilt trip.
You got to wait. I mean, Easter's still 3 weeks away, man. Be patient.
Hey, one last thing. When you say cover them or bring them inside, like, what do you really mean by that?
And sometimes just a little burlap bag, something that's substantial but not too substantial. Plastic can really, hurt the plant sometimes. So you got to be careful about what you use.
But just that would actually keep just enough heat in there?
Oh, yeah. Huh. It's just to keep that little bit and it's really in that 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. kind of time frame that you really got.
Well, and the temperatures, that's if it's close.
Right.
That way, the couple of degrees you're warming things up would help. Okay. Yeah. All right, folks. He's got a green thumb. I have a ice thumb. Trying to plant too much or keep things inside all the time. All right, folks. 21 next is over. Hopefully you survived April Fool's Day without too much damage and had some fun with it. We will get to our newscast very soon, so join us for that. We'll see you next time.